Hello, welcome back to the To Be Decided podcast. I am one of your hosts, Mahmoud, and this is Big Dog Alex.
What's up, guys? How's it going? How are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. We got like a good breakfast, not a decent breakfast, a good ass breakfast.
Dude, we started the day off right. We're doing the podcast after post breakfast. We got some good Italian cafe.
Sorry, I hate to cut in like this.
What's up?
But we have to get our mood lighting back.
Oh yeah, let's set the mood, guys. What are you feeling today? Are you feeling like Are we feeling? We're changing the lights. This is a visual podcast. If you're just listening to the audio of this podcast, we are going full disco mode right now.
We're always doing something.
Sorry,
I had to make sure that we kept consistent.
I just think it's so funny that a lot of podcasts do this thing where they're like hating on their audio podcasters. They're like audio only listeners. You're just missing something.
It's because they are, though.
You're just missing something.
This is way better. It's just like a long YouTube video. Honestly.
Yeah, man.
This shit's way more funny like that. But we had a great morning. Went and got breakfast at this tiny Italian cafe around the corner, and I've been telling Alex about it for months.
Yeah.
It's sick. It was really good. How you feel about your first time? How you feel about your?
I had this nice little personal pizza. It had some chicken on it, some roasted tomatoes. That shit was fire.
It was yummy.
That shit was awesome. But what about you said something about your first experience there that was kind of weird though.
Yeah. The first time that I had gone there, I went with my family, with my siblings, and we went and had a good time. But the dude, it's run by this just somebody's grandpa. It's just run by somebody's grandpa.
Old Italian man.
Old Italian man.
He's super nice.
He's a super nice guy.
He clocked me as an Italian as soon as I walked in the door. I'm gonna speak Italian to you.
I know you.
Hey guy, bada bing. And I'm like, dude, you got me clocked wrong. I am Italian, but I'm New York Italian. I don't speak Italian. I just talk like this.
Hey Giuseppe.
Hey Giuseppe. Hey, come here. Giochino, come here.
Come on.
Manja.
Love that guy. Anyways, yeah, it was just a real nice place. It's funny. He just talks to you the whole time.
Yeah.
That's really. He realizes he does that, so he's always apologizing for it. But he loves to just talk to every person.
Yeah, it's a little bit slower right now and stuff like that.
It's
So I guess whenever people come in, he's just he's just sort of like an older man that wants to have a conversation, but only speaks Italian.
He speaks English.
He speaks some English.
He speaks Spanish.
Sort of. But the first time you were there, something happened, right? You were there and they were just jamming out to some music.
Fuck yeah, you're totally right. Holy shit. So as we were saying, right, this is really tiny, sleepy Italian cafe. In the middle of it, we're waiting to get our food. In the background, I just hear Slipknot start playing.
But not very audibly.
Yeah, for real. It's not coming out of the kitchen because there's somebody back there that's just headbanging while cleaning a dish. No, it was just getting played into the
PA.
Yeah, just into the whole area. It's funny too because the music also gets played outside. So I imagine it's 7 p.m. randomly, and people are just walking past this place, and Slipknot is just getting blasted out of this tiny Italian cafe, and everyone's just confused.
It kind of reminds me of
we don't live in a Slipknot town.
We don't live in a Slipknot town. Very suburban area.
It'd be really funny.
But it kind of reminds me of when we go to trivia night, right? So every week on Tuesday we go to a trivia night over at this brewery that I worked at for a while, and we try to at least. And this guy Pergy, right? He does the most savage shit ever. Pergy is a super sick guy. He's super funny. He apparently has his own podcast, and we should get Pergy on the podcast and do that shit. But the man is just saying the worst shit. And one day Mahmoud looks at me and he's like, "Hey, does this play on the PA outside too?" And I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, is he just talking about dicks and pussy over this fucking
Does
PA?
it play outside? Because there is seating outside. I'm always wondering about that shit.
We've never go outside when it's happening.
It's put it in your mouth playing outside. Like that's what I
Is put it in your mouth playing on the outside. Are we talking about me, you, and Double DP?
Yeah,
outside.
It's Stitches playing outside for the public.
Oh yeah, he did play Stitches. That shit was so funny. We
Molly
were just
Cyrus.
we were just sitting there and just out of nowhere we just hear, "I'm gonna put cocaine in your ass."
Yeah, if you've never heard a song by Stitches, you really should. I suggest Molly Cyrus.
Brick in Your Face.
Brick in Your Face is also funny. There's like a third song I think that we like, but maybe just can't remember.
And Stitches, if you hear this, come on the podcast.
Come on the podcast. Stitches, I think, is like a dad now. He's like a fucking.
I think he got. I think he's in prison.
I don't know, maybe, but I think he might not be actually because I remember.
I think I saw some like fucking mug shots of him somewhere.
Oh no,
like that.
He definitely has mug shots. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that I think I saw at one point it was like it was pictures of him but with wearing glasses, and he was just like, "I'm cleaning up my act," and I was like, "Yeah, the dude with literally an AK-47 tattooed next to his mouth."
Yeah. He's cleaning up his thing. He is becoming a pastor now.
Yeah. It's like a
Father Stitches.
Father Stitches. Father Stitches sells 8 balls at the back. What's it called?
He has a son now. His name is Stitches Cyrus.
God, I love Stitches Cyrus. But so like this is dude plays the absolute wildest shit. So it's like that. But then there's also just like your regular gamut of like
pop punk
bullshit that's always happening. So we love Fergie.
He does like the pop goes punk covers, and I think that music's really nostalgic to me because
it is really.
You know what it makes me think back to? It makes me think back to like hanging out with Graylin.
Yeah, that's because we're doing. You guys are listening to
Graylin still listens to that. I get into
Graylin
his car,
honestly
or it's either Graylin still listens to that, or that's what Graylin thinks I still listen to. So whenever I get in the car, he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play this. We're gonna listen to this."
I think that's way funnier actually. He's just like still doing that because he's like Alex likes.
Yeah, he wants to hear Pierce the Veil sing "Somebody That I Used to Know."
Oh yeah. Was that what that was? That's what that was, right?
Yeah.
What's it called? I know immediately it came on, and you just immediately clocked it. You clocked it immediately. Is this the cover? And I said, "Is it?"
Yeah.
And then 3 seconds later, I heard a guitar. I went, "It is."
So he's doing it for one of two reasons. It's either he still listens to that, or
to be honest with you, he also does that shit. I go hang out with him, so like maybe he just has been doing.
But I'll be honest, you're also that guy who he would probably do that with.
You're totally right.
You're the other guy that he would do that with.
We're the worst possible people.
You know what? But that's unfair. I listen to a lot of different music. I mean, I do listen
to that same stuff.
I mean, I listen with you to the same exact music, but then I get in my car and I just start pumping some like ghetto rap. I just start listening to some like Benny the Butcher shit.
Yeah, that's what you're doing.
Yeah. I start listening about like tossing bricks and like fucking flipping and like selling coke all the time. Coke rap is so crazy.
Trying to tell me that you're cultured. That's what you're trying to do right now.
Yeah. I'm really cultured in the fact that I like to sell cocaine.
Yeah. It is culture. It's cultural cocaine.
Yeah, cultural cocaine.
You're totally right. No,
it's all thanks to Reagan, actually. Thanks, Reagan. We have cocaine now.
We have cocaine now. So you're totally right. But speaking of you being so cultured, I just kind of wanted to touch back on something we had talked about previously. So me and Alex have known each other for a long time, so I've seen Alex kind of change over the years. And I just kind of wanted to go back to this really big sticking point that we've always talked about. So
literally always talked about.
Always talked about.
It's always been a topic of conversation, even like when we were in high school. I talked about it. I feel.
Yeah. So why do you hate the Japanese?
Okay, that's like the worst way to put it. I don't hate the Japanese. You can't like. Damn, I just got gaslit the fuck up. I like started agreeing like, yeah. No, I don't hate the Japanese. I love the Japanese. I watch anime. I do the whole thing. Damn, I can't believe you're marking me as like a bigot.
So good.
Oh God.
Alex is a racist. You heard it here first.
Damn, you can't just call me out as a racist on podcast.
Man, that's
This
so
is literally
funny.
episode 3. That's not supposed to come out till like episode 100.
Episode 100 is when you find out. You're like, no, I love these guys. I've been like watching them for a long time, and then like one of us says something crazy. They're like, no,
It's the JonTron effect.
It's the JonTron effect. Yeah, man. We were talking about it the other day. JonTron's been racist for like a decade.
Yeah, but can I also defend myself? Because, like, fuck, dude. You put me in a bad spot here. I should talk about this real quick.
You're fine.
I don't hate Japanese people. I hate weebs.
Yeah.
I hate specifically weeaboos.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
They make me really uncomfortable, man.
I totally get it.
I don't know what it is. I love anime. Anime is great. A little bit less now, but I still watch some
Anime's
things.
cool.
Some
Love
things
it.
pop up that I go, yeah, I'm gonna check that out.
It's dope. I'll have a great time. I don't watch.
I even had a stint of reading manga.
That was honestly the most surprising because back in the day, Alex would not touch that shit. He wouldn't even get near. He's like, nah, man, what it doesn't do it for me. None of it.
I saw like hentai one time, and I was like, no, this is what all of this is.
Yeah, you just went, this is what it is, right? It's all just anime titties, and it's really terrible because sometimes it was, but
It really was. I would like look at what Mahmoud's reading, and I'd be like, dude, you're not helping your case right now.
just like, you're coming really in at the worst time. Like, Alex is like my fucking parents, right? When you're just like, no, Mom, I promise, it's like a good show. Like, it's not just titties all the time. And she's like, but, and you're like, I mean, like, right now it is, like, not. You have to look past the titties to see the plot, and it's a really complicated story with like a lot of layers, like multitude characters in your mom.
But there's also titties.
There's
also titties.
And you're never convince your mom that it's not just titties.
But here's the thing, right? The reason why I dislike weebs, right, is that they take this shit to like a whole nother level. They make it their identity. Even like you have like some stuff around here. You have like the Naruto box set, stuff like
you're
that.
gonna call me a fucking weeb right now.
No, I'm saying that you're like the least of my worries because like there could be like tons of wall scrolls up on your wall. You could have you could have your like fucking shrine to
Always be wearing a headband.
Yeah, you could have your shrine to your favorite waifu. Your body pillow. We have a body pillow in the house.
I mean, there is, but that's not even. That's Sparks. That isn't even ours.
Yeah.
Honestly, we should blame Sparks.
Yeah. I mean, everything is apparently a gift, I guess.
It can't all be gifts. Dude.
They're all gifts.
They can't all be gifts.
I think it stops becoming a gift when you've owned that stuff for 8 years.
That's definitely a point.
You can't hide behind the gift after 8 years.
Yeah,
You kept it that whole time. But the thing is that the thing that bothers me, right, is when these things start getting fetishized. And when you start getting like
anime porn,
no, it really just doesn't do it for me. I'm not even gonna lie.
Man, it just doesn't like. Dude,
Every once in a while, I go like,
get the twister
yo, this
going.
shit's crazy. When you go like down like the rabbit hole, like you're just like sitting there, just like, all right, let's like see what's up for like 2 seconds. And then I just go like, damn, they fucked this up real quick.
God,
the second you get to like animated porn, you just like get to some weird shit because that's all the shit they couldn't do on film.
It just went, yeah, let's make it happen. Let's just do
we can do fantasy.
I think animated porn is really funny because you have to have someone record the audio for it. Right?
Somebody has to do
Someone
that
has
shit.
to get into the booth. They have to look into their microphone.
Dude, when I was doing voice acting,
oh yeah.
When I was doing voice acting stuff, like going on casting call club, there was tons and tons
of hentai dubs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that people are. I mean, like,
because what they would do is they would
hentai fan dubs.
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, I know people who have voice acted in them. I've met these people. I talked to them. They honestly, they were in it for the paycheck.
I mean, like, I get it.
The paycheck's hella sick. They just, especially the girls, they would just sit there and be like, hiya, oh, the guy's just like, sounding like a dying giraffe.
Hey, baby, I just love it when you touch me there.
You touch my tra-la-la. We're back
my
to
ding dong.
Also, you're still talking direct. You're eating your microphone, man. You're just so addicted to licking your
I just
microphone.
want to just get it like really.
You and Amaranth, you just have like a lot of similarities. You
Speaking
know.
of Amaranth,
No, we already had that conversation.
we did have that conversation. I'm just
We
saying
act-
that the last video is up. So you guys should go check it
Yeah,
out.
yeah. The last podcast was dope. That was fun. We had Kevin on here.
Yeah, we had Kevin on.
That was
Great.
that was
First
a
guest.
great time. Now I'm back here with the big dog, but also I want to also come back to the weeb topic and just let you know that the problem isn't the Japanese. It's actually white people.
It's always white people.
It's white people. I'll be honest.
Whenever
Like,
white people got hands on anime, it got way
weebs of
worse.
other races just don't hit it the same way that white people hit the weeb.
I think the thing is that like cringe weebs like start at white dudes, and then I think like hit like young Spanish women, because like that's another thing that happens sometimes. But then it gets like white women, and then it's just like other shit.
Yeah, it's just like a web.
It's just a web, you know. Like everyone's got layers. Everyone's got like shit going on.
But yeah, I think white people are in it.
But that's not to say that like you must be specific to be cringe. Like no. Everyone has the opportunity.
Guys, I'm just
fuck
saying,
fetish with this person.
you can be into anime, but also find something else
Yeah,
you're
just, like, do
also
something
into.
else, man.
Just have something else also
Have, like,
in your pocket.
Have like 3 things. I think if you have like 3 things that you're
Nobody
about,
could be.
no one's coming at you.
Nobody's coming at you for any of those things.
Yeah, if you have like 3 things that you like that you do, I think it's whenever you have 1 or 2 things that people like really fucking are like, dude, every conversation we have is about these 2 fucking things.
It's always about these 2 things.
What's these 2 things?
It's just like how we come on the podcast, and it's always about like fucking titties or drinking.
You keep talking about that.
And
But, like,
that's
most-
why we're talking about anime now.
Yeah, we're talking about anime this week. Yo, big dog,
What's up,
what's your favorite?
dude? Oh, yuck,
Disgusting.
yuck. That's like a hard one. What's yours?
It's Naruto.
It's Naruto.
It's Naruto. There's no.
That's totally
There's
understandable.
no
I totally
other
get that.
There's no other option.
You
want you to know,
and
Naruto hit-
Brazil loves Naruto.
God, me in Brazil, I love that shit. What's it called?
Dude, come to Brazil.
Yeah, let's go to Brazil.
Come to Brazil.
No, fucking. But like Naruto hit me at like just the right age when I was younger, right? Because I remember whenever before Naruto came out that they were doing like the ads they would do on like fucking Cartoon Network before it started happening, like on Toonami and shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I got so hyped. I literally watched every episode every week religiously for like a while when I was younger.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. I remember
Naruto's
my
like
my
Fuck
my
it.
intro to Naruto was always this experience of playing on the playground, right? During recess. And kids would have like the little rubber kunais and like
Yeah, that was the thing that was happening.
yeah. We'd run around. Graylin was definitely one of those people, and you know I hung out with Graylin like a lot. So apparently, I also got into Naruto at that time. We were children.
We were children.
We were running around.
Yeah, I
we
remember
throwing fucking rubber kunais and
Yelling
shurikens at each other.
hand signs.
Yeah. Just playing
Being a kid.
Ninja Academy.
Being a kid.
Playing that, and that's why Naruto's so great. It let us be kids.
Just fucking just being kids.
And then you go back to watch Naruto, and you just get to continue being a kid.
It takes me back.
It's
For real. Takes me
It's
back.
really funny because our roommate right now is like binge watching Naruto constantly.
Dude, he's like in the last month gotten from the beginning to like the 3rd arc in Shippuden.
The 3rd arc in Shippuden. That's so much. But he was smart. He figured it out. He got to the filler and he was like, "How much of this do I have to watch?"
We told him none, but he still watched a fuckload of it.
He watched a lot of it. He watched like 100 episodes of
He
that.
watched like 100 episodes of filler, which is crazy.
And then he was like, "I'm over it." And we
Yeah.
were like, "It's totally understandable.
fine. Fuck it.
Just move on.
Do something else.
Go to Shippuden."
Shippuden's great. Shippuden's like a whole other thing.
And then Shippuden then starts hitting you with more filler.
God, I just love when our story about ninjas became about superpowers. That's my favorite. That's my favorite gag.
Yeah, man.
I love talking about even though Naruto was superpowers the whole time. It like really ramped upwards, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude.
I-
He became a superhero.
Oh, he became He became Ninja Jesus. Like that's just what it is.
Ninja Jesus is
He
crazy.
became Ninja Jesus. But I love. I talk about this all the time. Anytime someone like talks to me about Naruto, I always go back to how even though it's not the best, I love the Zabuza arc. It's my favorite one.
It's
Be-
really good.
It's good. It's just really good. The characters grow and change over time. Everyone has it all has stakes. Everyone makes sense.
I love Haku being like, I have superpowers though.
I mean, yeah, no,
That was the introduction of superpowers.
No, you're totally right. What's all Haku does have superpowers, and I mean, so does Kakashi also has superpowers,
And Zabuza also has.
I mean, but like Zabuza's superpowers aren't like.
I don't know, man.
Then,
He spawned like 3 fucking dragons, water dragons.
Look, everybody has superpowers. It's just what it is. I like to count jutsu as like a thing that like everyone gets to do, so it's not superpowers, but superpowers is like a thing that you have to be like born to like a specific.
Would you consider Rock Lee's like abilities to be superpowers? I think he's the most human out of everybody.
Yeah,
so
Lee is like supposed to be the analog,
the human character.
The default. It's just.
But he just slaps.
I love.
He slaps.
Lee's
you know.
shit.
Can we talk about how you love Rock Lee, but you refuse to watch his fucking tournament fight against Gaara?
Look, I was telling you about how I watched every episode. As there's 2 episodes that I missed. It was the one where they leave to go and start the Land of Waves arc, where they get like fucking ambushed by like 2 random like Miss Chunin, and then Kakashi fucks both of them up, and then the Rock Lee Gaara fight. I've missed those 2 episodes.
But that's not even like 2 episodes. The Rock Lee Gaara fight's like 4 episodes.
Okay, I've missed 2 sections. The first one's definitely 1, and then it was because that was like a thing. I guess like something had to be happening in my like child life.
Your child life was so busy. You had so much going on,
dude. Fucking every weekend, my mom was dragging me to like some event. So what I was doing was at those events, would always be at someone's house. So then I would go into like some room in their house and watch Naruto. That's what it was for a long time because they were all just sitting around like bullshitting around, like your parents do.
Yeah.
Just all their friends together like in a room fucking about, and you're just a 7-year-old. So you're like, I want to do anything else, please.
Yeah.
I've played Pokemon Sapphire 4 times already. I need to do something.
Wow, you just destroyed Sapphire so many times.
No, what's it called? I didn't play Sapphire 4 times, but I definitely played Ruby and then Sapphire and then Emerald all once. Like they all got full playthroughs.
Dang.
It was busy. So I love those games.
I also love those games.
Gen 3, I got a lot of time out of.
Specifically Emerald, I played so much.
Emerald was so good. Dude, I feel bad because I think about that shit sometimes. I go, damn, I would really love to own those things still, but I don't own them.
I still have my Ruby.
I didn't sell them, though. You want to know what I did with them?
What?
Because I was moving around all the time, I gave them to my friends.
Why would you?
I was a stupid 7-year-old. Like, it just was what it was. I was just like, yeah.
Then you found out that they'd be worth hundreds of dollars.
Yeah, now
future.
Me being an adult is just like, aw, man.
Dude, I still have my yellow.
Wish I did. But I really only was. I think whenever I played Gen 1 and 2, I was borrowing them from like my older cousins. Gen 3 was, I think, whenever I started. No. I had Crystal. Crystal was
my first Pokemon.
Crystal was
the first Pokemon I played.
Crystal was the first one I played the whole way through.
Actually, no, it might have been Gold.
I remember.
I think it was Gold, and then I got Crystal.
I feel like what happened for me was that I like had a cousin or something that had Gold, and I saw it, right? And I was like trying to play it for the first time. They had like I remember this so vividly.
Game Boy Color.
Yeah, they had like a Game Boy Color. I remember they had like a level 100 Blossom, and I thought that shit was hilarious. I was like, yo, this is so good. And then I never ever played with one in my entire life. But I remember after that, I started fucking annoying the shit out of my family to try and get me Pokemon games. I think what happened was either I got Crystal and then I went back and then I played Red.
Yeah.
Or I played Red first. And then then I was into Pokemon, saw my cousin play like Gold and Silver, and then I got Crystal. And Crystal is honestly Gen 2's my favorite.
Gen 2's kind of sick.
Gen 2's
sick.
Gen 2 has a lot of problems, but I will always
Crystal's sick, dude.
I will always be nostalgic for that I loved that game. I put time into that game growing up.
Now, let me ask, what was your first console that
Yo,
you had?
I have a funny answer for this one. My first console?
What was your first console?
You want to guess? You want to guess what my first console was?
God, I hope it's like a.
I
hope it's like a fucking Dreamcast. Was it a fucking Dreamcast?
It was a fucking Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it called? My first console that I ever played with was a Dreamcast. My uncle bought one for some fucking reason because in my house I had both my uncles live with me.
Yeah.
For a long time when I was growing up, and my uncle was, I guess, a gamer of the time, so he was constantly supplying shit to me as I'm a child.
Kind of like hand me down.
Anytime he bought something for himself and brought it into the house, and I was in there just like, oh yeah, and that's
he knew you'd want to.
Shit's cocaine. What's it called?
Yeah.
You have a child just
video
access
games.
to all these video games that you're just buying for yourself. But the Dreamcast was really funny for me because I played 2 games on it. I remember 3 games. I remember 3 games from the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Power Stone? You ever play Power Stone?
No, I never played Dreamcast.
So Power Stone is a crazy game because it's like an arena fighter, right?
Uh-huh.
Where you are on this 3D plane that you're running around. But you have to go run around and pick up these crystals, and when you do, you get to go into a super mode and beat the shit out of your opponent.
Oh, sick.
It's a fun game. We should play some Power Stone.
We want to play some Power Stone? Maybe we'll drop a Let's Play of some Power Stone.
Yeah, we might make a video of us playing Power Stone. It's super funny.
A Let's Play of Power Stone.
Power Stone was super funny. But
we'll just drop it on here. If y'all want to see that, let us know.
You want to know what the third
but
game that I played was?
But maybe we'll just do it anyway. Fuck you guys.
This is the game that this is honestly the first game I ever played. This is my first memory of playing video games. And this game sucks. You want to know what that game was?
What?
Star Wars Episode 1 Pod Racing.
Oh, I love that game though.
That game was trash, bro.
Oh no, that game is great. They re-released it. It was so good.
Yeah, when did they re-release it?
They really re-released it on Steam.
Yeah, did they? That's funny.
Yeah, Pod Racing is on Steam.
Dude, what's it? I played that shit. That was my first game that I ever played as a kid, and I was just I was trash.
You know, you could probably
just careening into walls, being like, "Yeah, what? What am I doing?" The Dreamcast was so funny though. I loved the Dreamcast.
It had the little screen on the controller.
Yeah, you had the fucking a little Tamagotchi in your memory card.
Yeah.
It was the whole thing.
For me personally, you probably could already guess this by the fact that I said I played Crystal, but a Game Boy Color was my first console I ever had.
The first one that I ever owned for myself was definitely a Game Boy Color. The first one that I ever owned that was mine. That was just the Dreamcast was the first one that was in my house.
Yeah.
That I knew. My uncle also was a PC gamer back in the day, I guess.
He played fucking Doom and Quake and
all
that stuff.
Maybe he might have, and then I wasn't around for it. But I remember this so crazy. He had just a joystick, right? And it had buttons on the thing, and it was you had triggers and shit on the joystick, right?
Yeah.
That's how I played Super Mario World.
Yeah, you played. How did you even play Super Mario World on a PC?
That's what I'm saying.
We both know that's not how that works.
Had to get emulated somehow.
He emulated SNES just from the jump.
That's how I played those games.
Early just downloading.
That's how I played the old Mario games by doing that shit. It was a weird thing.
That's wild. And you were playing on an Atari joystick.
Yeah, literally, it's a flight stick. You know, it had triggers and shit. Seriously.
You're playing with a fucking HOTUS.
Yeah. It's weird, man. I think about that sometimes. I'm like, how the fuck did I even do that? How was that a thing? That's why I think that's why I never got good at platformers. It was because when I was a child, I was playing with a fucking flight stick. So yeah, of course I don't know how to. I'm terrible at platformers, but of course I am.
But yeah, my first console was the Game Boy Color with Crystal, and then because I had gotten it for Christmas that year. I think it was my 4th birthday. I gotten my Game Boy Color. It was purple. I got gold with it.
Yeah.
And then I then went and on my birthday 6 months later had gotten fucking the Pokemon fucking N64.
Yeah, that's what your parents did for you. That's sick.
That's fucking sick.
You still have that thing, don't you?
No.
No, you don't.
You don't even know, dog.
Yo,
here's what happened.
Okay.
All right, it got to around the time the PS2 came out, right? At this time, we had a PS1 in the house. Keith had one. You know, he was a young guy at the time. You know, he had his own PS1. And then when we moved into the house, he was trying to relate to us. He was like, I have this PS1, and you guys can play this too. Has memory cards, Tony Hawk, Wipeout. You can play all that shit. It's all you guys. I don't even touch it. And then things got crazy. The PS2 came out.
Dude, I remember when the PS2 came out. I literally
my mom. It was expensive. It was really expensive.
Like $200 at the time, right?
Which was really expensive.
That's a lot of money in fucking like your stuff.
So my mom thought she did the right thing. She traded in the game the N64 and the PS1 to get the PS2 for us. I love my mother. I hate that she made that choice for me. I was 5.
I would have loved that shit.
That N64 would have been fucking sick, dude. I would have fucking loved having that thing.
Dude, I hate how often like stories like that come up because everyone was. That's the reason why GameStop is where it has $300 shares right now.
Golly.
Everyone just trading in every game that they ever loved into a GameStop and getting 16 cents for it. Dude, I remember I took like 8 like Game Boy Advance games one time to GameStop. And I remember being a child, like the first time you did that shit, like
you actually like racked up like a good amount of games too.
Yeah, you're like, I got a bunch of games.
You don't want to play them no more?
I don't play any of these games, so I want to go get like a new thing. I can go trade these in. I can get like 8. I can get like trading these 8 games. I can get like 6. I'll get like 6 games.
But then it got worse.
And then they said, "Here's $20." And I said, "What?"
You're like, "Can I keep the games?" Actually, no.
These are ours. So then I traded 8 games in for Mega Man Battle Network 3 Red Sun.
Oh yeah.
And then never played it. Like just never.
And now as an adult, you're like, man, I really want to play this game.
I never beat that game because I was a stupid child. And then I got into the Mega Man Battle Network series way later. Like,
it's so funny. We were actually watching fights of Mega Man Battle Network yesterday.
Yeah. What's called? So I went down this random rabbit hole a couple months ago where I found out that they like there's a scene of like Mega Man Battle Network 6 tournaments. Like people do that shit.
Yeah.
And I think that shit's so funny.
It
is.
I think it's really fun to watch.
Sick though. I think
good
like
to
doing
watch.
that shit, cool. I think awesome. Do that. For sure.
Now that I kind of understand how the game works, like it's kind of sick.
It's cool. It's super cool.
It's crazy how like GameStop just like did that thing though, where they just got progressively worse. My funny GameStop story is that one day I went in and I traded in a couple games, right? Got a couple buckaroonies. They're kind of garbage games, and I was like, all right, let's fuck around. I heard this game is terrible. I'm gonna get it anyway because me and my friends will sit around and we'll play it and we'll just make fun of it, right? I grabbed Duke Nukem Forever and I brought it to the front, and the guy at GameStop literally would not let me buy it.
Yeah, he just said, "Sorry, dude."
He said, "I'm not gonna let you do that." I respect the fuck out of that man.
Yeah, he said, "Nah, not doing that."
He was like, "You're a kid. You don't get it.
You know what you're talking about?
This game sucks. It doesn't even work."
Nope.
He said, "If it was just funny and like stupid, fine. The game doesn't work. I'm not selling you this game."
Not doing it. Pick something else.
He said,
Get a good game.
"There's better games.
There's good shit out there.
Even for that price, there's better games."
For sure, better games.
And
that was really the thing. I remember whenever they started doing those big ass like just bins.
the bins of games that were
like
like $5.
Yeah, most of that trash, but some of them.
Every once in a while you
Every
find
once in a while
a
you
game.
find a gem.
But they also did this thing where they would sort of like rotate a couple games into the bin just for like a quick sale,
Just,
you
like,
know?
get them out. Just get them out of there. You have like
Yeah,
too much of them. Give them too many copies.
Too many copies sitting around. Yeah, they just like mark them down to $5, throw them in the bin. Those are the games you grabbed. I remember right when Portal 2 came out, I bought that shit for $20.
I don't. I see because like we were children, right? And didn't have our own money. That's how I had to do. That's how I had to do games for a long time because my parents hit like a time where they just said that they were no longer going to support me like had playing games. They just
No.
they just said we're not buying it.
No.
We're not buying anymore. And I went, damn. Well, I guess I gotta
You're like,
start.
what do I got to do to get the games though?
So I bought games with my own money on birthdays and like trading shit. Like that's how I got.
Yeah,
it.
so you get like your birthday money for the year, and that was basically your game budget for the year.
Pretty much, man.
And then whatever you bought, you could like sell
So
your
it
old
su- yeah.
shit.
So
and-
it super sucked when you bought bad games. Like there's this one game I've been talking about for years that no one else. I think maybe Kellen has played. No one else that we know has played. It's called The Last Remnant.
Oh yeah, The Last Remnant.
Oh yeah, have you played that game? It's no longer available on Steam. You can't buy that game anymore.
Yeah, but it was like a Xbox 360 game.
Yeah, it's an Xbox 360 game. And that game was honestly terrible.
It was bad.
It was bad.
I thought people liked that game.
If they did, maybe I was just a stupid 14-year-old, but I hated that shit the whole time.
I thought people like had
Dog,
like a thing for that game.
I
thought
sat
that
in my room just for months trying to like beat the shit out of it. But you want to know what? Like that game has like really funny memories for me because it's on the Xbox 360, right? Do you remember that you could like download music onto the Xbox 360?
Yeah. You could download music onto the Xbox.
I didn't have an Xbox.
Yeah.
So on the 360, whenever I found that out, I took the 2 CDs that I owned. Fall Out Boy's Fully Ado. And All Time Low's Nothing Personal.
And you would just listen to those albums while
on
playing the game.
While playing fucking The Last Remnant. I'd finish one album, go to the other one. Finish one album, go to the other one. Finish one album.
Dude, that's why you listen to music while you do today. It totally makes sense.
That was the shit. It was just going on in the background, and that's the
Yeah, dude. For me, it was
doing
like
that as a kid is like the reason that I play games without music.
You want to know what my albums were that I played games to? Oh, you're gonna hate this.
I mean,
The Eiffel
mine's
60,
pretty bad.
the
Oh,
Eiffel
yeah. Oh, my
65
God.
album with I'm Blue.
Yeah.
That was downloaded. The Black Parade.
Yeah.
That
what
was
you were doing?
downloaded. I think I downloaded like fucking Metallica album, like the Black Album.
Yeah.
I listened to that. I think I literally just downloaded every song from Guitar Hero 3 onto like a disc, and I just threw it on there. So I had like that on there. And then I would sit there and I would play Lost Planet.
Oh my God, dude! I remember the first time I tried to play that game. The shit was wild too because
that game's actually super crazy.
I think it was like Lost Planet 2 was the one I like.
No, Lost Planet 1, dude. Like you just like got these mechs, you would just throw guns on them, you'd fucking go around shooting aliens.
Well, yeah, which one's the one where it's like a frost planet? Is that Lost?
Yeah, that's the first one.
Is that the first one?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, then it was Lost Planet 1. That game's wild.
Honestly, I kind of want to go back and play that game,
but
I'm afraid it's gonna be bad.
I didn't finish the whole thing. That's for sure wild. Honestly, we should just go back and run through those old games. Like just go run through those old games.
Yeah, like
that
Gears of War.
Yeah.
Fucking
just some old shit. Like
play the original Assassin's Creed.
Yep. Yeah, play the BioShock games. What's it called?
Oh, I tried playing BioShock games.
I've never played them. I bought them years ago. I bought them like in 2013.
Yeah, and then you got like the remaster versions.
Whenever Infinite came out, yeah, I bought it in like a bundle. So I got BioShock 1 and then the remaster, 2 in the remaster, and then Infinite for like $7 on like a Steam sale one year.
Yeah.
And I had a toaster for the longest time, so I never could play those games. But now I have a good computer, so now I can play a game from 2011.
I think it's crazy to just talk about these games that like people don't even think about nowadays.
Right?
They just like not even like a whisper.
It doesn't even cross their mind. People are talking about Elden Ring and shit, and
we're over here talking about like Lost Planet.
Yeah, like just some Super Monkey Ball shit, like some fucking.
Ooh, I love me some Super Monkey Ball, dog. PS2 fucking Super Monkey Ball Deluxe. Fucking Super Monkey Ball Deluxe was so sick, dog.
Dude, it's like, I want to talk about this. Remember a couple months ago when you were like streaming pretty heavy and you started playing Katamari on stream?
Yeah.
I was losing my mind when you were doing that shit. I thought that shit was so
Katamari
funny.
Damacy Reroll. That was so fun.
That game is
I met some cool
played
people like Torpy Town. They like rated me during my stream and stuff like that. That was super sick. I met some cool people through playing that game. And then they were watching me play and they're like, "Yo, this is sick." And then they started playing the game.
That game's funny. Like those games are funny as fuck.
They saw me playing that game and they were like, "Yeah, this is really fun. We want to play this game now."
Dude, I have like so many like games that I don't even know if they were bad or if I was a dumb child. Like there's also the fucking there's that Metabots game on Game Boy Advance that I keep talking about with Jackson.
Yeah, because Jackson made a whole
Jackson
video.
made a whole video about
Honestly,
Metabots.
shout out that video. Like, I'll put that video down in the description. If you guys want to hear about some Metabots games, that man literally went every single detail of all
it's like
those.
a 30-minute video about like just a bunch of fucking Metabots games.
Yeah, dude, it's a
not
pretty
a lot of
decently
Metabots
long
games. To be honest,
there's
actually a good bit. They're just all Japanese. That's what it is.
Or they're on like Game Boy or something like that. So like people, they're not very like reachable.
No, it's really hard.
They're not very reachable.
Yeah, if you wanted to play those games, they're all really difficult.
Or you're emulating them.
You're emulating most of them actually.
But if you guys want to check out that video, we'll put the description down below.
Yeah, we'll toss that.
Shout out Jackson.
Shout out Jackson. So he'll be on eventually.
Yeah. We had him over yesterday, and we
almost did this thing.
We just got so lazy on the couch. Yesterday was my fucking day off. We've officially recorded like 3 podcasts in this 1 week, and it's been really rough because we got off schedule because the first podcast we recorded didn't have audio, and then we had to record again with Kevin, and then we here again 2 days later.
You know what you just reminded me of?
2 days later.
So we're gonna do this now, because you reminded me on the last episode. I didn't talk about what my Xbox gamer tag was.
What was it?
My Xbox gamer tag is trash because it was like at the peak of when you saw those names that would fucking swap back and forth between uppercase and lowercase for no reason. So the thing was that it's garbage, and I was also really fucking obsessed with saying numbers in a shitty voice because I was a child.
Yeah.
My gamer tag was like a beast 47.
Oh yeah, it was like a beast.
Like a beast 47.
Dude, I love like a beast 47. I'm actually still friends with you on my Xbox account.
Yeah, dude. Whenever we started playing Halo Infinite, whenever Infinite came out, we were having to play it.
Yeah, you're still like a beast.
I went, fuck.
Dog,
I can't believe
that's so
there.
great. That's a time capsule.
It really is.
Honestly, keep that shit.
I'm never changing it. There's no reason for me to ever do that shit. But it was so funny to look at. But I saw it again and cringed. I went, no. It's because it just looks. It's one of those things. It's like a step behind those XX. Elite Sniper Wolf 43.
Malcolm
XX.
Ecstasy XX.
Yeah, that one of those names. It's like just underneath that.
Dude, that's great. I love that. Honestly, I wish you would have told me sooner. That or reminded me sooner. I forgot about that shit.
Yeah. What's the? It was. I wasn't trying to like not talk about it. It was just that like the other one that I use, I still kind of use in places.
Yeah.
So like, that's not even like a.
Why don't you use like a beast anymore?
Because I'm not like 15.
Yeah, but you could live like you're 15.
No, I already kind of do.
Yeah, we kind of just hang out and play video games.
Sure.
I guess this is the video game podcast. I guess we're just going down this. We're really into fighting games at this point in time. We just kind of sit on the couch, we bust out the fight sticks, and we
weren't doing that shit. We just like got an.
Well, we kept talking about it, and then one day you're like, "Dude, I'm really bummed out. Nobody's willing to play these fighting games, and like, I just really want to do this." And I looked at him, and I said, "Bet."
Oh, that's totally right. I got a bug. That's what it was. Is that I randomly wanted to fucking play like Under Night or some shit because I love anime.
Yeah, you wanted to play Uniclear.
Yeah, I love anime fighters. And Uniclear is a great game. I wanted to play them, and like my friends who I was playing fighting games with are giant bitches because they either don't want to play or they only want to play Central Fiction. And
Central Fiction's
a good game.
It's a great game.
Don't get me wrong.
No, there's a reason why it's very popular. It's very good.
It's just that
you have to learn that game.
Yeah, you have to learn how to play that game. I don't know how to play that game, but they do.
And we know how to play the other ones.
We
know how to play all the other ones.
It's just hours of getting your shit pushed in by people who are just like
way better than you.
And they're just sitting there like
and not to mention they are way better than us.
It's not even
they
close.
are so good at it that we just won't win. It's just not fun. That's honestly
for a while.
That's honestly the reason why I wasn't getting good at Arcana Heart.
Arcana Heart is so funny because we just randomly one day. I think that same when we were like, let's go play some fucking games. We started playing Ultimax. We like were emulating Ultimax before the Steam version came out, and then we just went, what's like a different game? Like, yeah, there's like the Tekkens, the Street Fighters, but like, what's just like a different ass game? Like, what's a random fighting game? And we just went like looked up like PS3 era fighting games.
Yeah, we looked up PS3, PS2
Yeah, we're just
era
like,
fighting
let's
games.
look at,
We
like,
we
old-ass
we were
ones.
we were deep diving.
We were just deep diving, trying to see like some weird shit.
And we just come across this game with fucking aerial fighting, fucking launching in the air, flying around, and we were like, "Yeah, we need to fuck this shit up. We need to hit. We need to see what this is about."
Arcana
they had
Heart.
personas.
They all have personas, and they're all different. Like everything is. It's a whole thing.
Honestly,
I love that game.
Honestly,
Arcana Heart is
it's
so
too
fun.
much to talk about right now.
It is because there's a lot going on in that.
Like we could describe this whole game, but honestly, we don't even know what's going on.
We don't. We're just playing it every once in a while because we went really hard about it.
We
played
went
it
super
every
hard.
day
We
for, like,
started
3
getting
weeks.
good.
Yeah, we got kind of deep.
We started getting good.
We were playing all the.
I'm not saying we're the best.
No.
We're definitely not the best.
Definitely
But we started figuring it out.
started figuring it out.
And then I literally looked at him and I said, "Nobody plays this game."
Dude, I wish.
And the people that I'm gonna bring over
to
to play this game, it's gonna be like us playing Central Fiction with the boys.
till I get it.
It's just not gonna be fun anymore
Yeah,
because they're gonna
we'll
come
get too
over.
good.
We're gonna smash them. I already started doing that. I had like Jackson and Carl over, and I just started
yeah, you were just-
smashing their shit in.
You shouldn't have been playing meta, just beating them up.
No, I wasn't. I was playing the characters I wasn't good at.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just.
Hey man, once you kind of learn how to play that game, you kind of learn how to play that game.
It took me a minute though. Jackson got a couple wins in early on, but then I started catching my wind.
You
and-
were like,
and
oh, I know what this is.
Yeah, I started figuring it out again because we took a couple weeks off.
Okay, it was funny as fuck, dude, because we were trying to play that game. Me and Alex don't own Fight 6. Our friends do, though, so we're, like, playing on the controller because that's just what we were doing.
But
We're like,
no, our
this game
friends
doesn't-
just because they don't play fighting games enough, they just drop.
They just don't even use them. Like, we use their Fight 6 more than they do now.
Yeah, they.
But the thing is that we were playing on fucking pad, and then one day, I think I just go, fuck this. I'm gonna go grab one of the Fight Sticks. And I do, and we sit down. And as soon as I sit down with the Fight Stick, the whole game makes sense.
Honestly, he hated it at first,
Yeah, I was like, nah, I don't want to play with. I don't like Fight Sticks.
and I said I was
do
already
it.
kind of figuring it out on pad, and I was like, dude, just stick it out. This is kind of crazy.
dude, as soon as I
He was
sat
like,
down, the first
how
time,
are you doing things?
it's like, what's going on? I mapped the buttons. I sat down, and then I went, oh, this game makes sense.
But also, this is a game with no auto combos or anything
No,
like
you have
that.
to make the whole thing happen.
Yeah, you have to. You're constantly quarter circling.
You have to constantly be doing stuff. So
There's
it's-
full circles.
yeah, I mean, like this. That's not like a whole. That's not like new. A lot of games.
I get it, but
fucking old Blaze Blues have been doing that forever.
I get it, but like, damn, dude.
You have to do the whole thing. And you, if it doesn't tell you, dick. You just have to go figure it out.
Yeah, man.
And that's honestly just like a different kind of game. A different kind of game where there's just nothing for you. It's just the gameplay. You gotta go do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't tell you. It doesn't tell you anything about
No
the personas.
handouts.
There's nothing about the fucking arcanas. None of that shit is explained at all anywhere.
Mhm.
Even online. Even online, it's hard to go find that.
No. There's like a whole Discord even there. They
Yeah, and
don't
even
really
there-
talk about it.
Even there, like
They
it's
kind of
hard.
just show off their combos.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, this is what we're doing. And like, there's like a little bit of stuff. There's like some
But
stuff.
they don't even tell you the inputs that they're doing to make
Not-
that shit happen.
No, I mean, what's it called? There's some stuff. There's usually,
Sometimes.
there's usually diagrams, but it's not very in depth. Is the thing is that like you have to put if you want to get good, if you want to play that game, you have to put work in. That's what it is. It's just a game where you have to put work in to figure it out. It's you can't just like meme around. You can't just like Narukami in Persona where you just like press buttons and it works out.
Bing bong.
Oh, cool.
That's a fucking combo. Cool.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh, that works. What's the? I
Cool.
literally was just beating up Alex one day, and I just kept looking at him, going, I don't know how this game works. I'm just pressing buttons.
I was like, damn, well, fuck me, I guess.
Just- Fuck it up.
So here's my question to you. Like, I know I told you that I played like a lot of Tekken growing up and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I have other games that I really played a lot of. Did you play a lot of fighting games when you were younger?
No, when I was younger, the closest I ever got to a fighting game was like those Naruto arena fighters. Like those were the fighting games I played when I was young.
Yeah.
The first fighting game I ever played, like a real fighting game, was UMBC 3.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Ultimate Marvel 3 is a great game. That's like
Yeah,
what, 2011?
that's a really good one,
Yeah.
actually.
But
But
I didn't even play it for that long. I was trash. So I met a guy playing Yu-Gi-Oh. That's what it was. I met a guy that I played Yu-Gi-Oh with, and he got me into it. He also got me into the Fall of Troy. So like that's not. He's a funny guy. Shout out to Ricky. Just that guy.
hey, Ricky, what's up?
Yeah. So if he ever ends up finding this, unlikely, but there's that guy.
What's up, Ricky?
Yeah, he was cool. He was a cool guy. But I always think that Ricky was like way
I love
older
the
than
Fall
us.
of Troy.
I always think that like Ricky was way older than us because I was like 16 at the time. He might have been like a 20-year-old dude.
Yeah.
You know when you're like young and you just like think everyone's like way
Old.
You think everyone's old and you're like, oh man, like these are like adults and shit, and you just might have just been like a slightly younger kid.
Yeah. You know, the game that I played like a ton of growing up was with Graylin. We played tons and tons of Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
Never mind. The closest I got to a fighting game for a long time was the Dragon Ball Z Budokai games. Those games are hilarious.
Yeah, dude. I just
Budokai
remember
2?
us
Budokai
just
2
like
has a very special
Budokai
place.
Tenkaichi 2, dude.
No, I'm just talking about
Budokai 2? Budokai 2 just isn't the same.
Budokai 2
When you got to the Tenkaichis where they gave you like this whole map to just like fucking fly around in.
Look, what's it called? Those games are really funny because they had their story mode was like an RPG.
Yeah.
And it was garbage. And I love those things too because you also were like loading out characters so they like, had different moves.
They had like hundreds of characters too, and some of them were
It's
just
so
straight
many.
up ass just because they thought it would be funny to let this person fight.
You're just like, let's make Chaozu garbage.
Old man number 3? Yeah, he's there.
Yeah, Hercule, he's there. He's doing it. Yeah, you could play like Gogeta 17, but Hercule, you want to play Gokule?
You want to play these non-canon
Yeah,
characters?
I was going to say, do you remember the non-canon fusions?
All the GT
Yo,
characters?
which one was your which one was your favorite like shitty fusion? Did you like do that? Did you like explore that shit?
Yeah, so we played a lot, dude.
For sure.
There was like fusions with like Boo that I just thought were so funny, dude.
I remember the one that I always thought the funniest was Gokule, which is like Goku and Hercule together.
Yeah, Gokule.
Dumb as shit. There's also the one where it's Tien and Yamcha, but it's just Yamcha, but he's balding and he has a giant eye in his forehead.
Yeah.
What's it called? They're so funny.
God, that game is crazy too.
There's
Maybe we should do it.
There's like
maybe we should do a let's play of that
There's like
shit.
a Piccolo and Krillin one too. They're so funny. Like they're
and
all
and
great.
you just keep playing the story mode in this game. And honestly, we should just play the story mode of Budokai Tenkaichi 2.
Honestly, because it takes you through the whole.
We should just
story.
do a let's play of that.
It takes you through the whole story of Dragon Ball
Guys,
Z.
this is how we slowly progress into like a fucking let's play channel. We talk about games on a podcast, and we're like, "Yo, we should
just
play that."
I mean, we've already talked about playing like 4 different games.
Just talking about this shit, and honestly, we don't even have to like spend money to play these games.
No, we own already most.
We own all these games.
Yeah.
I have a whole fucking thing, like a whole bookshelf just full of PS2 games.
All of that shit. What was your favorite game growing up? What was the thing that you loved the most playing when you were growing up?
Oh, you already know, man. Fucking Ape Escape, dude.
Aw, dude, that's true. It is.
Yeah, that game just did something for my little child brain, man.
Yeah.
There was something about like taking like one stick and just like fucking slapping it to like spank some monkeys and like toss them in a net.
Look them up.
Yeah, dude.
Look 'em up.
That game was so fun. There was like platforming. You had everything. You were
You could do all that.
exploring around. The music was fucking sick. Soichi Terada, that man knew how to make a fucking OST.
Made some shit. Dude.
Just like how fucking Hideki Naganuma knows how to fucking make fucking funky fresh beats for Jet Set Radio.
I'm excited for Jet Set Radio 3. That shit looks really
Oh yeah, the Cyberfunk or
yeah,
whatever.
the fuck that is.
Bomb Rush Cyberfunk or something like that.
I don't know, but it looked cool. As soon as you showed me that, I was like, yeah, it's Jet
I'm
Set
in.
Radio.
I was like,
skateboards.
it's just
Yeah.
not Sega, and it is Jet Set Radio.
It's Jet Set Radio with skateboards. I'm down.
Dude, let's do it.
Whenever that thing comes out, tell me no. I'll be the first one in line.
Yeah,
On that.
man. There's so much going on in video games right now. Actually,
Okay.
I was really sad by how the video game industry was getting for a while.
It got kind of bad.
It was
like, there's a
it
lot
was
of shit.
depressing.
There's a lot of shit.
I actually fell out of video games for a long time. It's why why I'm not streaming and stuff a lot.
Started playing.
But if you do want to follow me,
I started.
twitch.tv/BearGrizz.
The thing that happened for me, right, was that like I was playing console games and shit, right, and then sold all my consoles, and then just started playing like fucking esports games.
Dude, but they're so trash.
They're
They
always
ruin
trash.
video games for you.
Yeah, esports games are really tough.
Because the thing is that if you're not good,
Not
you're
good.
not good, it's a terrible time.
It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough.
And there's no room for you to get good because all your friends are good. So you're either A, playing alone on this multiplayer game, or B, playing with your friends and getting your shit rocked constantly.
All the time. You gotta get good. It's
And
trial
they're
by
going to
fire.
talk shit about you the whole time.
It's trial by fire. You have to do it.
So the third option is just to not play those games.
True. So there's other stuff. Dude, I've been kidding. I've been so excited about all these games recently because I've just been thinking about playing all these things that I used to love. Right? I'm getting back in touch with like gaming that I used to love.
Yeah, like these RPGs
Yeah,
and
man,
stuff
I'm
that
playing all
you're
these
playing.
fucking RPGs. I've been playing Chrono Trigger lately. I was just fucking playing Persona. I was playing fucking Pokemon games again.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna play Fire Emblem. I'm gonna go do it. I'm gonna do a fucking challenge mode of Awakening. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be fun.
I think
I might just actually.
You
just play
might-
Awakening.
you might-
I just might straight play Awakening. I love it.
you might disagree with me, but I think that streaming might have fucked me up about video games.
Yeah. Was it because you made it a job?
No, it's just that I always want to save video games
No, I
for
totally get that.
stream.
I do that same shit.
But
yeah.
when I want to play video games isn't necessarily when I
Okay,
want to
stream.
stream.
No, I get it. Yeah. Whenever,
Or vice versa. I just always save it and I put it off and I don't play the games.
come on, dude. Totally. I'm talking about how much I love playing. These
That's
games
why
on
I'm
stream.
honestly thinking about just recording and doing Let's Plays again. Doing Let's Plays here on the channel and doing shit like that again. And
Do it. You play a game at 2:00 in the morning. No one cares. You're just recording it.
yeah, just put a fucking slap an intro on it, slap an outro on it.
Done.
Let it roll. Fucking you guys have it.
Hey man, what's it called? People will watch it. People will watch it. You just gotta you put out whatever you want to put out.
Yeah,
That's
man.
really it. No one's gonna. No one can tell you. Shit.
Honestly, I was playing games when I was Let's Playing because like there was no on-screen presence always having to be on, always talking, you know. When it was time to be funny, it was time to be funny, dude. It was goofy. So maybe
had a good time.
we're gonna roll back. Maybe
You might do some.
Maybe I just might start recording me playing video games.
Honestly, you should, dude. What's it called? Just
And
do it.
check us out here on the fucking Platformer channel, dude.
Yeah, platformers definitely getting a lot of content.
Platformers doing stuff. We're I don't know. I'm thinking about teasing the
Don't tease that.
VRC thing.
Don't tease nothing. What's it called? We're just gonna do stuff and put it out there whenever it's out there.
Yeah, but
whenever it's
keep,
out there,
keep
we'll
your
talk about it.
eyes out though.
Yeah, what's it called? Always check back. Check back
But
on the
the
channel.
podcast is gonna be constant.
Podcast is here.
The
Podcast
podcast
will-
honestly has been kind of priority number one because we enjoy it so much.
It's just something easy for us to do. We're just like in the middle of the day on a Sunday. We're just fucking recording it, having a good time,
Yeah, man. I'm having a sick time.
having a great time.
But yeah, like video games. I think streaming
Streaming makes it tough because you wanna-
made me
you wanna do
wait
this.
to play video games, but it's never always a good time to stream.
Yeah,
But
it's not always a
but
good
it
time.
could be a good time to play games and like fucking just vibe out and like record it.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
that shit doesn't bother me.
Yeah, if you just record it, dude, you can do that whenever you want, whenever it works for you. Because that's the nature of it. It's not a live video. You can just it's evergreen content. Then it's just content that lives that you can always put out and people can always check back on it.
I love that we just have like here on the desk the Devil May Cry fucking
Because we were talking about it
5th
yesterday.
anniversary collection.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I brought it in here.
Yeah, Alex we started talking in the middle of the day because we were talking about like bad ports on Steam, right? And I was like, yeah, apparently like the DMC3 and ports on Steam are terrible. And he goes, yeah, I'm like, yeah, apparently it's just asshole. And then he goes, but I own those games. I'm like, yeah, you do. He goes, I have a fucking collection.
I have a box set.
Like I have a box set, and he comes in with this fucking thing. And I'm like, oh yeah, you got a whole fucking box set of this?
Yeah,
We
dude,
should do
I
it.
have
I
a
should.
I have a lot of things in my collection that would just like throw you for a loop.
Probably. I mean, it always does. It usually does.
You talk about like this game that you haven't heard about in like 10 years and you're like, yo, what the fuck happened to that game? And I said, it's sitting in my
I have
fucking
it.
I have it
It's in
right
my
now.
room.
We can play it.
You can do that.
We I started randomly playing like on a CRT downstairs a copy of Power Rangers Time Force, the video game.
Trash.
There's like this like game mode in the game. It says multiplayer on it, right? The multiplayer is an arena fighting mode where you play as Mechazords and you fight each other as the Mechazords, and it's just not good. And then the regular game is just a beat 'em up with
platform.
Zord. Yeah, but also Zord battles just randomly thrown into it. Those same Zord battles, but against computers.
That game sucks. You know what a game that doesn't suck?
What game doesn't suck?
Mahmuud battles, baby.
Mahmuud battles. All right. So apparently that game's worth money.
You should.
I didn't know that.
You should move it.
No, I'm not. I'm keeping Mahmuud battles. It's way more fun in my pocket.
Mahmuud battles is so.
But also, even though it's worth money, who's buying it?
I don't know, man. Somebody out there is looking for a copy of Mahmuud.
I don't even have like the official case.
Damn. See, that's the money.
That's the money.
You should go buy the official.
I
case.
bought that game with just the disc for $5.
I bet you did. I bet you did.
But apparently, with the case and everything, like $250.
Video games are like that, though. You really can get a lot of money out of just a random ass shit.
Yeah, man, people like that. But for those of you who don't know what Mahmuud Battles is,
Oh yeah,
it's a fucking Zatch Bell fighting game. You remember Zatch Bell?
I can't believe we just went on a whole shtick about Mahmuud battles.
Remember Zatch Bell?
Yeah.
Zatch Bell is this fucking.
Yo, it's coming back, by the way.
They're bringing back Zatch Bell?
Yeah, they're making like another fucking spin-off.
Maybe Mahmuud Battles will go up in money.
It really might. Let's go. Mahmuud battles might be a thing. Yeah,
maybe
it's like
it is
fucking,
time to flip Mahmuud Battles.
It's like fucking Zatch Bell, Mamoto battles or some shit. And,
yeah, it's Mamoto Battles.
I just saw it for the first time, and I just went Mahmuud battles, and it's stuck that way.
Mahmuud.
That shit's so funny to me. I love Mahmuud battles.
Yeah, and then they made a second one called Mahmoud's Fury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
that
I guess
one's like $300, so it must be a better game.
I hope so. It probably has more characters. That's probably it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like later in the story, because you know, like those games, like
They come out chronologically.
yeah, they come out. That's why you have that's why there's 19 Ultimate Ninja Storm games.
That's why there's 3 Budokai Tenkaichi games.
That's why there's like 87 fucking. I don't know. There's some other game series like that. I didn't have another answer.
We're like brutally running out of like mental power.
Nah, dude, I'm here.
We're steamrolling through it.
I'm strapped in. I'm having a great time.
Yeah, I love nostalgic video game talk. It's just so easy for me because my memories are so tied to these games.
Yeah, no, dude, it takes you back. It takes you back to like really simple times. That's like the whole thing. Is that you're just a kid chilling, doing your shit.
It's a fucking video game time machine.
Playing playing some random ass video game that you like had your parents buy you because I don't know, it's shit. Yo, I was gonna talk about this earlier because you were telling about how you got a PS2. You want to know how I got a PS2?
Yeah, how did you get your PS2?
So when I got whenever the PS2 came out, it was like around the same. I think the PS2 and the GameCube came out in similar windows.
Yeah.
What it was, and I was always trying to figure out how to get both, right? Because you're a kid and you're like, this is what I want. How do I do it? How do I make it happen? Like, what do I do, man? So I'm like literally going back and forth looking at it, trying to figure it out. Because I think like the PS2 is like $150, $200 or something, and the GameCube was like $100.
The GameCube was dirt cheap. I want you to know the GameCube was so cheap that my parents just straight up bought me and my brother each our own, and we shared a TV.
I love that you guys got your own fucking game.
We shared a room.
Yeah,
we shared the same TV.
There's no reason. That's
but you
the
know
whole
what ended
fighting
up
kids
happening?
thing.
That ended up screwing them over because my brother would be playing like MLB or something in the room, and I was playing Metroid Prime 2 in the living room.
You guys were just fucking up the whole house.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man,
My mom just didn't know what can of like sardines she opened.
That's so funny.
Can of worms.
So I'm like trying to figure it out, right? And as I was saying, my uncle, right, was also a gamer.
Yeah.
But he straight up one year just surprised me with both. And he's like, "We have a GameCube and a PS2 now." And I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yeah, man, you ready to play games?"
Woo!
It was like Christmas for me, man. I was sitting there like, "Video games!"
Yeah, video games. Yeah.
And then I played so many fucking GameCube games, dude. I loved the GameCube. I played fucking 1000 Year Door, fucking Mario Kart Double Dash.
Oh, Double Dash.
Fucking Pokemon Coliseum. Like, there's
You know what's crazy? It's crazy
many
how
games.
long that generation of console just lasted.
It was a long time. Like, that. Okay, so whenever that happened.
Even when PS3 and stuff came out, we were still playing PS2 and like GameCube games.
Yeah, dude. That shit
because those games were classic.
And also, a PS3 was hard as fuck to get later.
Well, I'm talking about just like the generations, like Xbox 360. Even when I had an Xbox 360, I was still constantly playing PS2 and Xbox games and GameCube.
Really did keep doing PS2 games for like a long time because like
they kept making them.
You remember? Okay, so you remember that townhouse that I used to live in whenever me and you started hanging out?
Yeah.
I lived there when I played Final Fantasy X for the first time.
Wow.
Think about that. What's it called? We were like in high school. Like
yeah.
That game, I love that game.
Yeah, man. Final Fantasy X is
Final
crazy.
Fantasy X is great. Final Fantasy X is where I remember the most that thing that I talk about, where it's like when you're playing an RPG and you get to a wall and you don't know how to get through it, so you just put the game down because you're frustrated, and then you don't play it for 6 months. And then you come back and you beat it on the first try, and you're like, "What the fuck was I talking about?"
Yeah, this was easy as dick. You were just frustrated.
You were just frustrated, man. You were just like, fucking
you were just going too hard.
That was what it was, because when I got a game, if I was playing that game, I was playing that game. I was doing that shit. I was gonna fucking finish.
It's funny because like if you go back to like look at my streams, all my streams are me playing these the ones that I do the best on are these games that were like old games that
they're games that you love.
They're games that I like really cared about playing.
Yeah, they're games
and
that you're
those
like,
games are the ones that always did the best.
Doing it. I'm going back and I'm enjoying myself. I'm just having.
Am I getting old?
Alex, we're 25.
The sting.
We're not really old, but we're kind of getting there.
Getting there.
We haven't been young for a long time. We've been able to drink legally for 4 years.
I've heard that subs to your YouTube channel like revives your youthfulness.
Yeah, I hear that subs to your YouTube channels make you more. I hear that they extend your life.
Yeah, they like make your like sciatica pain go away.
Yeah, they fix your glaucoma.
Yeah, my eyes are just the best they've ever been since I started getting subs.
Yeah, for sure. But you guys have to make sure that it's a consistent stream of subs. It's not like if you just get subs and then the clock
I'll
starts
start
again.
like whittling away a little bit.
Yeah, it has to be like a consistent. So you guys have to make sure that you're bringing. You have to tell them, tell your friends.
Yeah, tell your friends.
Tell your friends.
Well,
send it to them. We'll love them. We'll take them. We'll take you all into our nice little family here. So we'll welcome you in, give you a slice of lasagna.
You know, I think I kind of want to go play video games now.
Dog, I think it might be a video game day.
I think it might be a video game day. Dude, I love this talk. This conversation was great, guys. I feel like I just like had like a therapy session. I like talked about some things.
Talk about stuff you love.
Yeah, man. I think it's time to go play some video games. What are you thinking, big dog?
Oh, dude, I told you hours ago. I'm strapping for some Pokemon today. It's going on.
I think I might be busting out the CRT.
Might be. You gonna play some Mahmuud battles?
No. But I would love to like bust out some Budokai Tenkaichi 2
that'd be funny
and just like play through the story
Oh,
mode.
dude, we could fucking clown around with that shit. Yo, maybe later.
That sounds fun as
If
dick.
not today, like tomorrow or some shit.
That sounds fun as dick.
That sounds hilarious.
But guys, I think that's gonna be it today for the To Be Decided podcast. What are you thinking, buddy? Do you have anything else you want to talk about?
No. So I think anything we got going on, we could save for next time.
You know what? Shout out your shit, big dog.
Oh yeah, what's it called? Guys, catch me. Stream's coming back. We're probably gonna be a like, I don't know, maybe like a Monday and maybe a Wednesday.
Whenever he wants to.
Maybe like a Thursday. You know, like some stuff.
It's whenever he fucking wants to.
Yeah, just check us out. We might be live.
Maybe.
Just click on it.
Yeah.
All our links, gonna be in the description. I don't think we have to toss them up on screen anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to just be like, yeah, slap a thing down there, editor man, and then I just go back to edit it, and I realize I'm editor man, and I'm just giving myself more work.
Damn, I can't believe you're outing editor man like that. So you're gonna take editor man's spot. You're gonna say that he's not doing anything anymore.
Yeah, fuck editor man. Editor man sucks.
You're gonna take credit for all of editor
He
man's
didn't even change Kevin's fucking name tag to fucking the To Be Decided podcast. It was just Adobe Sports.
I love that so much. I think that shit's so funny. It just has Kevin pop up. It just says Adobe Sports on it. That shit's so fun.
But yeah, guys, check me out. My name is Alex. I'm here on this YouTube channel. I think I might, even today during the podcast, I'm thinking about maybe posting more stuff on here.
You should.
Maybe down below,
Maybe.
you can go find my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/BearGrizzVA. Check me out there if I am there. Maybe I am. Maybe I won't be. Apparently, this therapy session has made me realize that Twitch ruined video games for me.
Hey, man.
So
It happens to the best of us.
either I watch somebody else play the games or I just don't have time to play the games I want to play.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to drop them here on the Platformer channel.
Yeah, so just put them out. Just have a good time. Just play 'em.
Let's just roll with
See what
it.
happens.
Maybe Mahmoud will be there with me.
Who knows? Maybe.
We'll see
Maybe
what
I won't
happens.
be. Maybe someone else will be here.
Maybe somebody else will be here. It'd be funny if you just like turned into like a different person right now.
Hey guys, this is the To Be Decided podcast. I'm your host, Steve. This is my big dog, Alex. What's going on?
Hey guys, sorry, we had to get rid of Mahmoud. He was kind of an asshole.
Yeah, man. I can't believe that.
That guy sucked.
Sucks.
I'm so glad I have Steve here now.
Dude, he's not funny at all.